Welcome to Jubilee City Radio. Wow, season 2, baby. Season 2. Welcome
It's
back,
almost been a
everyone.
year since we posted our first episode as well. January 21st was the first episode.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe January 21st needs to be the first episode of season 2.
Oh, let's do it.
What day is 21st? Is that a Friday? No,
Um,
that's a Sunday.
Sunday.
Ooh, let's get spicy with it. Let's release them every second Sunday.
Ooh.
Let's do that. Let's
Some
do that.
mellow Sunday afternoon jams.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I
forget
like
your
that.
jazz channels. We are your new jazz channels.
We are indeed. And for those listening on audio, we are also on YouTube with the video. Let's
Oh, he
go,
went there.
baby. I did.
He
I
went
did.
there.
I mentioned it towards the end of last season, but we had quite a few people mentioning, yo, can we just put this on YouTube as well? Because I don't have Spotify. I don't have Apple Podcasts. I'm like, bruh, how do you not? But okay.
Look,
That
I'm all for everyone being different, but come on,
Come on.
come on.
Yeah. But hey, we're back. We're back. Season 2. I didn't mention at the start, but obviously I am freaking chocolate, and this is Coco for Days. We are your 2 hosts for Jubilee City Radio. Season 2, we've got some changes happening. Kind of changes. Obviously, the video portion of it is going to be a thing.
I'm recording in a hot tub.
He's recording in a hot tub this season. We're going to make sure to change the water quite regularly. Otherwise, it might get, I don't know, tainted with all the spice.
Yeah, but you know what? You can always head to my merch store and buy that Gamer Boy bathwater.
That is, yes, you can do
So,
that.
just a little bit of background information. Obviously, I've been on Twitch for 3 and a bit years now. Back when I first started, it was a running joke on the channel that I was selling Gamer Boy bathwater on my
Oh,
merch store. So I'm here to revitalize that by, you know, sitting in a hot tub selling Gamer Boy bathwater. So
hells yeah. I'm actually genuinely curious. And I know the female bathwater tends to pop off sometimes.
yeah,
Specifically for like some people like Amaranth and maybe some others as well. But like, are there thirst trap boys out there that sell it as well?
yeah, probably. If you got
Like
good smelling farts.
that, yeah. Or you've just scrubbed your body real well.
Yeah. Put a bit of cologne in the jars, make it scented.
Yeah. Well, what do you reckon they do? Like, we're going like real off track here, but what do you reckon they do? The boys do with, or girls, whoever purchases these females' bathwaters, do they just put it on a shelf? Do they drink it? Do they bathe in it?
I reckon
Do they use
bit
it for
of
nasty things?
there could be a mixture of a few things that you've mentioned. I
Mm.
reckon a good sniff.
Yeah, that's the
Just
first thing they
crack it
do.
open and go, oh yeah, that's the stuff. And then quickly tighten it so they don't lose the smell.
I mean, it's possible. It's possible.
Someone
Um,
purchase my Gamer Boy bathwater and tell me.
yeah, you can. Yes, people. If you want to do that for us, feel free to.
Just hit me up on Twitch or on Discord and we'll somehow organize it.
We'll send you a mason jar full of it. So yeah, season 2 is going to get pretty loose. We're looking forward to it. But first, we're back here after the holidays. How was the holidays for you, bro?
Um, yeah, it was good spending time with my family.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, look, I won't dive into it too much. There was a bit of drama as well, but it
Hmm.
wouldn't be Christmas without family drama.
Of course.
Um, but other than that, spending time with family, friends was much needed. I still worked,
Mm.
which was pretty cool. I was caretaking national accounts, and helping on with state-based issues and everything. So
Yep.
their work kept me very busy. I'm still feeling the effects of it. Even this week we've got 4 truck drivers off or delivery drivers off. So
Mm-hmm.
I spent yesterday and Monday doing deliveries, and then today I sat at my computer doing a quote, and the quote was that long. I had to spread it across 2 Excel spreadsheets.
Jeez. I mean, that's a good thing.
It's a good thing. I'm working on a distributor, um, like a food distributor, and the money that they've shown me for 12 months of trading is we don't want to be stuffing around with this. So yeah, I made sure I took my time, got it all sorted,
Yep.
everything like that. And then I've got Hello Harry sending through all their credit applications as well. So they're officially starting with me on Sunday.
Nice.
So that's big. That's 16 accounts. And then Mooloolah Valley Country Club,
Yep.
they got their first order today and also had their account open today. So not bad to open up 17 accounts in 1 week.
It's a great time to be alive for you.
It's a great time to be alive in food sales. So
Yeah.
yeah. How about yourself?
Yeah, I had pretty good Christmas period and holidays and spent a lot of time with family and friends. And then eventually ventured back down south to my residence, in which I swiftly became ill.
Oh,
Yeah, I was under with a chest infection for about 2 weeks, well, a week and a half, and it was not ideal because we had so much content planned, so many
yep.
streams planned, but hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles. It's the way the cookie
Such a good
crumbles.
movie. Such a good movie.
The way the cookie crumbles?
Yeah, that's the way the cookie crumbles. That's the way. I like it. Bruce Almighty.
Oh, yes. Man, I haven't seen Bruce Almighty in a hot minute. A hot minute.
Yeah.
Wow. Anyways, so obviously the people are here to listen to us talk about bath water. No, they're here to listen to us talk about Pokemon. Um, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and DLCs are finished. The log is done. Um, we've spoken about the teal mask already, but what was your take on the Blueberry Academy situation?
um,
What they call it? The Blueberry? No, the Indigo Disc.
Indigo Disc. Look, this is I wouldn't say it's a hot take, but to a degree it is because there are people still debating on Sword and Shield versus Scarlet and Violet, which is better.
Yeah.
I have stood by it since the day Scarlet and Violet dropped. It has gone down as one of my favorite and one of the best Pokemon games, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Reason for it is, you know, to a degree, they have done a bit of fan service to it. For how many years have we been asking as a community and as a fan base for Pokemon to follow us? You know, they introduced it back in Gold and Silver and then didn't see it again till Heart Gold and Soul Silver. And then they tested the mechanics for it in Sword and Shield and DLC 2.
Yep.
And then they did an actual thing thank you, for this one.
Yeah.
And, you know, to a degree, it has had a bit of fan service. And the Blueberry Academy being able to find the starter Pokemon in the wild, I think was a very nice touch. And they don't just hand it to you on a silver platter like everyone expected it. You've got to work for it, which is even more rewarding.
Yeah. Yeah. I still to this day haven't gotten enough BBQs to unlock all of the unlock all of the starters. I mean, I've been busy and I've completed the decks anyway, just transferring from home. So I'll get around to it.
I just like it how so Macy's become very fond of Charmander over the Christmas period. And you know, I'll pop it on the TV on a Sunday when she's running around playing with her toys and everything. I'll go, Macy, Charmander. And she just runs over, sits down next to me, points at the TV, going, la 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 la. she gets excited about seeing Charmander. Like for me, that's when I played Red and Blue. Charmander and Squirtle were both my first starters. So for
Yeah.
me, for her to sort of sit there, recognize that's Charmander is like, oh my god, that kind of melts my heart. But then on the other foot, Lexi, she's all about Squirtle. So
Okay.
like to the point where they both have the 90, I think it's 90 centimeter plushes,
Yep.
like the really tall ones. Lexi's had a Squirtle for forever. I bought Santa bought um, Charmander for Macy for Christmas. So Lexi got a little Squirtle, which she hasn't had because Macy got a little Charmander.
Yep.
And I went out and found Charmander and Squirtle pops for both of them.
Nice.
But then my off topic, my Buzz and Woody from like the 90s from Toy Story. Macy's got Woody, Lexi has Buzz. So I went and got them the pops to
That's
go
cool.
with it. So
That's cool.
Sorry, that's back to Christmas, off topic of Blueberry. But no, I feel as though the Blueberry Academy was really well. Indigo Disc was really well done. I think being able to go back to Area Zero and actually explore the caverns just that little bit more.
Yep.
Because to a degree, when you did the battle, I don't know about you, but I know myself. I was like, there's got to be more to this area. It can't just be finished there.
Yep.
And obviously, Indigo Disc, they literally deep dive into it, and lo and behold, there's a little turtle at the bottom.
There is a little turtle at the bottom. I don't know. I enjoyed the whole Indigo Disc. I enjoy most Pokemon stories, most games. I'm a little bit upset how little they did with Terapagos.
Yeah.
I found myself just spamming A to get through it. And I wasn't like connected to like the lore of it all. And I don't
Did you
know.
go back to the Crystal Pool and Kitakami afterwards?
I did not.
Okay. Do yourself a favor. Go to the Crystal Pools and Kitakami.
Yep.
Make sure you have Terrapogus with you.
Okay. Does it? Okay.
It triggers a cutscene. I did it on stream, and I was like, "What is going on?"
Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay.
Yeah. So
I will.
It's. I won't spoil it for you, but do yourself a favor. It does explain a little bit more of the lore.
Okay. Okay. I don't know. I feel like Ogapon in the Teal Mask had a lot more story around it. Like there was a lot more. I guess the whole DLC was focused around Ogapon,
Yeah.
whereas in the Indigo Disc, it was mainly focused around, hey, go and explore this place instead. We'll get to the legend later, but explore this place because this biome, this huge dome, is freaking awesome.
Yeah.
The area itself, I loved it so much.
And so many references as well to Unova.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Because there was was it Chargeback Cave or Chargestone Cave in
Yep.
Unova is in the Indigo Disc. And I was on stream, I'm like, why does this sound familiar? And Ice, he turned around and said, well, it was in black and white. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god, it was too.
Yeah. Yeah. And the Dragon Boy. There's so many references to black and white. We are getting a Gen 5 game at some point. Announced at
Isn't
least.
it 20 years this year since Gen 5 came out?
Probably. Yeah, probably. Sounds about right.
No,
No, not 20. That's a
it
lot.
wouldn't be 20. It'll be 15.
15. Maybe even I know it's been over 10 years since Gen 6 came out, and I don't think it was a 5-year gap, was there?
Black
Surely not. Hey Google,
white.
when was the release of Pokemon Black and White?
18th of September 2010.
Release date is the 18th of September 2010.
Thank you,
Oh, there you
Google.
go.
Yeah. That's so was
It'll
that
be
14
14
years?
years.
Yeah, coming up with that's crazy, man. 14 years ago, black and white.
Yeah,
Man, we're getting
I
old.
remember I bought the 3DS just for black and white, thinking that I'd be able to use the 3D function. Yeah, no. I was bitterly disappointed. I'm like,
You-
this thing doesn't work. I'm going to return this stupid DS. But
You're a game too early.
I was.
Yeah.
Um,
Man, the 3D function on the on Pokemon X and Y, that was an interesting time.
it
It was
hurt
a
my eyes.
oh, did it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I I enjoyed using the 3D function, but it hurt my eyes.
I
But
had an okay time with it.
I was that guy that sort of like tilted it and looked at it from all other
Okay.
angles, and
Yeah.
yeah, I brought it upon myself.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's quite interesting that when did the 3DS come out? Like at least 10 years ago.
It was around the time of black and white, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. It was I th I think it was probably 2012 to be honest.
Mm, Nintendo.
Because the I think it was ahead of its time having a 3D function
Here you go. March
without
2011.
glasses. 2011. Okay, so it was after Black and White had come out. But before obviously Gen 6 came out because that was
Yeah,
really solely focused around the 3D function of it all. But 3D without glasses,
I
your
think
boy,
it's very innovative.
your boy was mind blown. Like before then, all I knew with 3D is like the red and the blue.
Yeah,
And like, man, we were ahead of its time. Like maybe in the future, maybe the Switch 2 or whatever they're calling it will have a similar function that you can turn on and off.
you mean the Nintendo Switch DS?
Yeah, yeah. The Switch dual screen. The two screen Switch. I
I
don't know.
can't believe they're trying to make a Switch like a DS. That just, I mean, Samsung have done it with their flip phone and made it look seamless. So
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
I don't know about seamless. I still
I,
don't think
I haven't
that
looked at it properly. So
yeah,
from
I
what
still
I've seen, it looks quite smooth. But
it kind of does. I don't know. I think I don't think we're ready for it. I don't think we're ready for the fold or the flip. I don't think it's been perfected yet.
yeah,
But hey, we're on that journey. We're on that journey. So do you want to give it a rating out of 1 to 10?
okay. Story,
Yeah.
I give an 8.
Okay.
Mythical Pokemon, a freaking 10. Have you seen that Pokemon's ability, its signature move, and its stats?
Yeah, it's pretty busted.
This thing will tilt anyone. Um, I've got it on my phone. I've got the Showdown app on my computer because, oh, what?
Showdown down.
No.
Oh,
um, I will send you a screenshot. Um, I got a little bit tilted versus a muck team.
oh, oh, I see.
Um, save. Yes. Okay. So. What's the name of it?
Terapagos.
No, PU. The mythical. Um, Peach.
Petron.
Petron. There we go. So, Poison Puppeteer.
Yep.
If this Pokemon poisons a target, the target also becomes confused.
Mm.
Now, Malignant Chain is its special signature move. 50% chance to badly poison the target. So you have 50% chance of being poisoned and confused.
Yeah.
On top of that, it can be either a special attacker or a physical attacker. It's got 88 in HP,
How,
88 in attack,
how's that defense stat though?
160.
That is wild.
So I'm not going to lie. I am looking at possibly testing this. Oh, sorry. So these numbers I'm reading out is its base stats.
Yeah, yeah.
160 defense, 88 special attack, 88 special defense, 88 speed, which equates 163 HP. If you go 0 IVs into attack, that's 93. 180 defense, 108 special attack, special defense, and speed. This thing is a tank,
Mm.
and it can literally sit on the field, poison you, and confuse you. Just no issues.
I think the only thing that would be worse is if it was paralyzed and confused. Because nothing more annoying than being that and then getting like flinched.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I rate the story probably a 6. Wasn't a huge fan of the story. As I said, I mean, maybe I haven't finished all the story. But as of like the myth, like the legendaries and the mythicals of the entire DLC, including Raging Bolt and
I forgot about those guys.
and Gouging Fire and Boulder and Crown, I give it a 10. It is phenomenal designs, amazing Pokemon just in general. They've given obviously the Johto birds, they've had the new forms for. We've got the legendary beast in Gen 2, had the forms for. Gen 3, we got the Reggies, we've got a couple of extra Reggies. Gen 4, we had the
primal forms.
The primal forms happen. But
Gen 3 we had primals as well, I guess.
Yeah, but
origin forms.
No, I'm thinking not the legendaries, but like the
like the trios.
Yeah, what's the Gen 4 trio? The Lake Trio. They haven't had any love yet.
No.
And then Gen 5 has had the
Swords of Justice.
The Swords of Justice and the Genies have had their second form as well.
Oh, no, that was introduced back in Black and White though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
They're in forms.
Yeah.
They did in Black and White too though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't know. I'm interested to see what happens with the Gen 4 Lake Trio. Maybe in a Black and White remake game or Black and White 3 if they announce that. Or
I reckon, hear me out, a Legends game. They'll be heavily involved in that story.
Yeah, it makes sense that they'll get it then as opposed to I don't know. There's been a lot of speculation around what Gen 5 game we're getting this year. We're like a month out from Pokemon Day, like almost to the day.
Yeah.
Where they are bound to announce something. If they don't have any Gen 5 announcement, like any Unova announcement, I mean, I will eat my hat. I will eat your hat. I don't have a hat on.
My hat stinks like sweat. So
yeah,
good luck with that.
Maybe not. I'll eat this hat.
All right, done.
I'm gonna put it on actually. Let me.
You know what? You look like you belong in Talladega Nights in the pit crew. Ricky Bobby, time to pit.
Formula One hat. Not the same race car, but
no,
Formula One.
You know, still racing. Ricky Bobby, time to pull in.
Ricky Bobby. Okay, so yeah, Scarlet and Violet are in the books.
I have heard rumors though, and these are okay. I'm going to refer to Facebook, Reddit, and 4chan rumors now as playground rumors.
Yes,
that's essentially what they are.
Yeah, they're digital playgrounds.
I have heard playground rumors that there is going to be a third DLC announced on Pokemon Day.
A third DLC for Scarlet and Violet?
For Scarlet and Violet. And you know that grayed out cliff that you cannot access?
Yes.
The rumor is, if I understand it correctly, I could be indulging this and just completely making it up myself. So if that is true, please let me know in the comments that I'm a freaking genius on Pokemon Day. But the rumor is that island will be explorable and will give us an insight into what Gen 10 will be like.
Oh, okay.
That's a playground rumor I've heard.
Yeah.
Again, it's a rumor. Take it with a grain of salt. But when Pokemon Day happens and they announce that, You heard it here first. Just saying. Um,
Yes,
so
yes.
that's a little rumor that I've heard that it's not Scarlet and Violet is not actually finished.
Interesting. All right.
But in saying that, they have released the epilogue, which tends to mean the ending.
The end. Yeah.
So I'm not going to get my hopes up, but if it is true, that's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I mean if they haven't finished the game and they've managed to keep it under wraps, like even the Riddler, I don't know if he's posted about it, but like even like Riddler Coup and like those sorts of
Intro leaks and everything.
yeah, those sorts of sources, haven't covered it yet, then man, we've been bamboozled.
We have been.
Absolutely bamboozled.
But what a rumor to have.
Yeah, that's pretty big. That's pretty big.
Yeah.
You heard it here
So
first. Before we just get off Scarlet and Violet and hop into VGC stuff, um, Mochi Mochi.
mochi.
Hmm.
What's the mochi mochi dance again? Isn't
It's
it
a
like the
it's the
that's
chicken
the chicken
dance.
dance? Everyone do the chicken dance. Walk, 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 walk. Mochi.
It's I man, I it was one of those things where I'm like, this is hilarious. This is great. I'm enjoying this. And then
Can you make that a GIF, by the way? I think that would
uh
be perfect
I believe I can,
for our
yes.
channels. That would be
Yes.
perfect for our channels.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I was on board for it. Like the whole part of the story where they're doing the thing and
Interesting.
I towards not the end of it, like towards the middle of when they're doing it, I'm like, bro, I am sick of this dance. I am sick of this dance. The music though, the music is fire. Um,
I have had the music muted
mm,
in game since the game's dropped because when Scarlet and Violet first came out, there were some content creators getting copyright infringement
yeah, yeah,
strike. So I was like, I'm just going to delete it. Everyone's like, you need to listen to the game music. I'm like, I can't, otherwise they get copyright infringement. But in saying that, my music could incur one sometimes on stream. Doesn't because I'd have muted audio pop up on
yeah,
Twitch, but
yeah.
I don't. So yeah.
That's all right.
What a time.
What a time. So yeah, obviously we'll talk more about Pokemon Day in a future episode. But let's talk about the VGC scene at the moment.
Oh God.
Let's talk Reg F. Like the last time we dived into VGC on the podcast was towards the end of Reg E, and
Both they were like,
we were venting.
this is enough.
Yeah, we were venting. It was exhausting. It was mentally exhausting.
Yeah.
Reg F, how you feeling?
Well, considering I am captaining, is that even a word?
Yeah.
Considering I'm the captain manager for the Queensland team, I'm
Yes.
trying to stay on my toes.
Yes.
One thing I have noticed with Reg F is you have your meta, you have your anti-meta, and then you just have your meme teams which counter the anti-meta and the meta. But then you have Pokemon that are slept on, which are countering the memes, the anti-meta, and the meta.
Yeah.
If anyone can follow that, think of it as the three starter types: fire, water, grass, and then Pikachu. That's probably the easiest way to explain it. And it goes anti-meta. Meta is fire, anti-meta is water, memes is grass.
Yeah.
So
And then fire evolves into a Charizard, and then electric can decide to come in and be like, yo, your meta? Let me take you down
yeah.
a peg.
So for example, um, Urshifu Rapid Strike. It's still
Yes.
getting around. Urshifu Dark's picking up because Iron Crown's prominent too. It obviously resists the expanding force, but I used a Pokemon in last week's match for Queensland. Primarina.
Mm.
Primarina resists Urshifu, both dark and water.
Yeah.
It The only thing that really does massive damage to it is Iron Crown with its signature ability. Um, obviously it's defense isn't that great, so Ogerpon will take it down too. But if there's no Ogerpon, there's no Iron Crown on the field, it resists almost everything that comes at it.
Yeah.
Dazzling Gleam. I was using Throat Spray, Hyper Voice. Get your instant +1 special attack, and then you just start bopping everything with either water, fairy, or grass moves. So I found Prim was a good anti-meta Pokemon. Um, and I've been deep diving a little bit more. Incineroar is obviously back. Your
But is it?
Defiant. Okay, I had this debate with someone in a Facebook group chat.
Yeah.
They were like, Incineroar is going to take over the meta. I said, you're wrong. It's not going to take over. It'll be prominent. It'll do well, but it won't do as well as Hisuian Arcanine for the sheer fact of Entei being around.
Yeah.
Entei is Incineroar's kryptonite. Inner focus. It can't be intimidated. It can't be faked out. Yes, you can parting shot it, but let's be real. Are you going to be able to get a parting shot off if you're getting doubled by Qian Power Entei anyway?
Mm.
Especially Sacred Sword, Stomping Tantrum, and you got Choice Band on the Entei. That Incineroar is not parting shotting. You're literally forced to pivot and keep it on the field. And I said, you got Sacred Fire, which 90% accurate, 50% chance to burn. Pop that into any physical attacker. That's GG's on your physical attackers. It gets access to Snarl.
Yep.
If you calc Entei right, it outspeeds Iron Crown without the booster. You're instantly lowering its special attack. Like, Entei is a big threat. I'm loving Entei. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
So I will vouch for it. But then Defiant users are slept on. Prime example, Annihilate. Yes, it's weak to Flutter Mane, but if you got redirection, you terror that bad boy once you get 1 or 2 bulk ups off. Rage Fist. What Flutter Mane?
Yeah.
Like, I've had matches on Showdown where it's been Annihilate versus 3, and Annihilate still comes out on top. I think I had a match on stream last night where I was 1v2 with Annihilate, and Annihilate still won. And even in singles, I swept singles matches with just Annihilate and Reg F. Like, I had one opponent that Iron Hands was just Iron defensing. They did it for 4 turns. So I just bulked up 4 turns.
Yep.
And then on the 5th turn, I'm like, I'm not going to get greedy. I'm just going to drain punch. And they tried body pressing, not body pressing, heavy slamming. Heavy slam did 30 damage. Like,
how much did you get back from the drain punch?
I got back to full.
Yeah.
I was down a little bit of health because they tried attacking before. Yeah. And I went back to full and took out the Iron Hands with 1 drain punch. Like, and there have been times on Showdown I've been playing. People do not expect you to lead Annihilate. They do not expect you to lead Defiant Mon. So as soon as that goes out, that's already +1. Get a bulk up, you're +2, +1 defense. What's going to really hurt? Physical attacking wise.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna say this is where you have your Pikachu in the works of the starter trio, is your Defiant Mons. I know Joe UX9 has been using King Gambit a bit.
Yep.
But I'm calling Annihilate's come back as well.
Okay.
And I will be the leader of the pack because I'm using that bad boy through and through.
Yep. Do you think, like, of the Defiant users, do you see a world in which a Galarian Zapdos is around, or
I have seen Galarian Zapdos getting around,
or even competitive Galarian anything competitive? Yeah, but anything competitive even.
The issue you face with Galarian Articuno is you have a world where Chien power is present.
Yeah.
So, Ice Spinner, Sucker Punch, it resists, sorry, it doesn't resist. Psychic can't touch it, so Freezing Glare's out of the question.
Yeah.
So, really, you're only left with, you know, using something like Dazzling. I don't know if it gets Dazzling Gleam. I haven't.
Probably a heat wave.
Heat Wave, you got to resort to those spread moves in order to be able to take out a threat.
Yeah.
Not saying it can't work. Like you could obviously play around. You would obviously be forced to Terra into, for argument's sake, use Poison Terra, which I wouldn't recommend giving having a Landorus getting around. Um, but yeah, you're forced to Terra it just so you don't get KO'd by the Chien power. But like I said, there is a world where it would work. Survivor, there's too much Entei getting around that outspeeds it to warrant running that on a team.
I didn't know he got
Not Survivor, sorry. Snivy's last form.
superior, contrary.
Superior. Yeah, contrary. Oh, hang on.
No.
No. I'm getting contrary mixed up there.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, no, that blows everything out of the wind. Don't worry.
I think the only other big defiant user is your
Ogerpon Grass.
Ogerpon Grass. Yeah.
Ogerpon Grass. I have seen a few getting around as well. They're predominantly on teams with Don Bozo and Glimora. Glimora got Meteor Beam this DLC, which is freaking ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad option to have it. Like it's
no, it's not a bad option at all.
I don't mind it being in the scene. More than a lot of others anyway.
Yeah. Oh, actually, another pairing that's I'm experimenting with is Flutterfish, Turbo Flutterfish. So running booster energy, speed, invested Fluttermane with Choice Scarfish. That thing has been going hard. I got up to 15.0.
You say Choice Scarfish?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
okay.
Chi-Yu.
Yeah,
Chi-Yu. I got to 15.09 running a Turbo Fish team.
Damn.
Predominantly because you go Flutterfish, actually Turbo Flutterfish, I'm calling it now.
Yeah.
And you have an Ape in the back.
Yeah, true.
With your Turbo Fish, you knock out the fast ones that they already have. You weaken the back two. Annihilate doesn't have to do much work. Bulk up once and start drain punching. It can absorb a couple of attacks, but even then, you pair it next to Indeedee, Amoonguss, Ogerpon. Follow me. You're not getting touched unless they're going spread moves. So Annihilate just cleans up in the back. That's in a perfect world scenario, of course.
Oh, of course.
And as Pokemon goes, it's never perfect world.
It's never a perfect world. I'm heading to Melbourne in like 2 weeks' time to go to the Melbourne regionals. And I am nowhere near getting my team done. I'm gonna wait until I think Charlotte is this weekend. The Charlotte regionals is done, and then figure out from there like how I'm gonna be doing this. But at the moment, one mon that I have really been enjoying using, and it can be used a couple of different ways, is Archelodon. Like it's just fun to use like stamina. I love using stamina. You can run it being like just a defensive beast, or you can go like max speed, modest, modest Duraludon paired next to a Rain Tornadus and just kind of like throw out these massive electric moves and just one-shot things.
You know what I came across the other day? Was a Thunderous that set Electric Terrain, Rain Dance next to an Archelodon.
Yeah. I mean, I've done that.
I got cuffed pretty hard.
Yeah. I
Um,
I'm a big I'm probably wrong, but I'm a big believer in using Thunderous over Tornadus
no,
because like
I've always been a fan of Thunderous.
yeah, yeah,
Eerie Impulse, Thunderwave, um, Scary Face. Yeah,
yeah. I think just
there's
like
quite a
because the
few
Eerie
things.
Impulse lowers our
Minus
special attack.
special, -2.
Yeah. Yeah, you can scary face to lower the speed.
Yeah,
It's just I don't know.
it's scary.
It does what Tornadoes does by obviously boosting the speed of your own mons by lowering theirs.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's fun to
I
use, and it's
I
like got the same speed if you max it to.
yeah, I ran it for my world tryout, not last year, the year before during Sword and Shield,
Yeah.
and I think I went 3-1 in the end. Or maybe it was 3-2. No, I went 3-2. But Tornadus was the key to success for the team.
The Torn or the Thunderous?
Oh, sorry, Thundy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Scary facing, eerie impulsing. This is back when special attackers were huge in the meta.
Yeah.
So you just start spamming that eerie impulse, and then you Dynamax the Palkia next to it. Boom. And then Zacian in the back to clean up.
Yeah. I'm glad Zacian's not around at the moment. It's just
Yes.
yeah, like I'm glad that they couldn't have Dynamaxing in this game, so it
Behemoth
ought
Blade's going to be null and void.
it immediately like yeah, drop that down. It's still stupidly quick and stupidly strong, but it's not as strong as it was.
Yeah.
And I, for one, am grateful for that.
Next to Chien Power, it's going to give people nightmares.
Yeah, yeah, two sword animals, cats and dogs. It's just not ideal.
Both both have access to the stellar type too.
Mm,
So you're hitting at least four super effective. Oh, or no, you three super effective moves with one of them,
yeah,
which is ridiculous. Have you seen Chien Power sucker punch a Flutter Mane
it one
on
shots it.
Stellar Terran?
Oh,
Yeah.
not I haven't seen it once. Stellar Terran.
So even if you have, so the way I built my Flutter is it's defense invested, so it can survive a sucker punch.
Yeah.
Someone Stellar Terran in front of my Flutter Mane and sucker punch me, I got KO'd.
For those listening, they've made it this far into the podcast, and for some reason haven't played Scarlet and Violet, haven't played the DLCs. Do you want to explain how Stellar Terra works?
So Stellar Terra is, how do you, Stellar Terra is terrestrialization on steroids. That's probably the best way to put it. Now, when they first announced how it's going to work, it sounded really busted. But
Yeah.
once you start using the mechanic and understand it properly, it's not as busted as it once seemed.
It
So when you Stellar
it was
Terra,
definitely sounded convoluted to me when I first like
oh yeah.
saw it happening. I'm like, how does so you get the bonus here, but you don't get the bonus anymore after that? Then what's
Yeah.
this type now? What I'm like, yeah, it's
So the way it works is you keep your typing that you originally were. So Chien Power, you stay as a Ice Dark or Dark Ice mod.
Yep.
So you will still be hit by super effective attacks from your fairies or
You're
fairy
fighting.
attacks from
Yeah.
your fighting, everything like that. The catch is once you hit Stellar, the first move you click of that type is super effective. So turn one, you can sucker punch, and they'll be super effective into any mod.
Yeah.
Turn two, you can use Sacred Sword. Now, obviously, don't Sacred Sword into a ghost type. I had someone do that to me. It is not that smart. Please, for the love of God, do not do it. But you Sacred Sword into anything but a ghost type. It's super effective. Even if it's a flying type, it's super effective. Ice Spinner into a fire type on turn three will be super effective. However, once you've used them all up, it goes back to regular damage. And you just have a fancy crown with all the types spinning around your head and a Terrapogus on top. It looks sick.
Yeah.
It is very fitting of the type. like we said, it sounded very convoluted at the start with how it all worked, but once you sit down, sorry, I'm giving out free OnlyFans content here. Once you sit down and actually look at how it works and everything, it's not as busted as it sounds.
Yeah, but still not pretty busted, but like still very fun to use.
It's definitely
It
meta
mix,
defining for some mods.
yeah, I think it definitely mixes things up, which is good to see.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to go through the entire 2024 with just the same six mons being brought to teams. The best thing about this game so far is, yes, there are those super huge meta threats, like 90%, oh, no, I think it was like 60% of like most teams that come to any official competition, Fluttermane's going to be there. Fluttermane has been the mon that just does not go away. It's not.
It's like a bad smell.
No. Dondozo is a bad smell that keeps coming back, and that annoys me. But that's neither here nor there. Fluttermane, I think, is the best mon to come out in this game.
So for the regional the other week, for Portland,
Stats wise, anyway, it's just
that was Fluttermane on day one was on 57.4% of teams.
yeah.
Day two was on 51.1% of teams. So over half the teams had Fluttermane.
Yeah, I think it averaged out. I think I saw a stat somewhere on Twitter where, sorry, X, that Twitter, no, X, formerly Twitter, I saw a stat where someone had gotten all the numbers together from every single official competition since the beginning of beginning of Scarlet and Violet,
Yeah.
and it averaged out to be 60% of the time Fluttermane was on a team.
Jeez. Just to circle back to my whole Incineroar versus Entei debate.
Yep.
Portland. This is a prime example of why Incineroar will linger in the meta, but it will not be the best mon. Portland day one. Incineroar was on 42.8% of teams, while Entei was on 21.6%. In day two, Incineroar went from second spot to fourth spot and coming in at 31.1% of teams, whereas Entei went from 2, 4, 6, 8, 10th position to 7th in day two, featuring on 28.9% of teams. When you think about it, that's 2% difference. You cannot sit there and tell me that Entei is not a threat to Incineroar. This meta. Like that this person was trying to tell me it's not a threat. If numbers don't lie, 2% is nothing. I mean, 2% of 1 million is a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
But 2% of how many was it? Was it a 600-man tournament or 600-player tournament? 2% of 600 is not that much. Especially if you look at top 32 for day two, it's still not that much. Like that's
was it 600 masters that went into it, or was it 600 people in attendance?
I think it was in attendance
over TCG and VGC.
I think VGC,
just VGC alone. Okay, yeah. So it's nothing. It is nothing.
It's literally nothing. So for anyone that wants to argue Incineroar is better than Entei, come at me in the comment section. I will happily prove my point, like I have here.
Yep.
Numbers don't lie. 2% is nothing. Come at me, bro.
Unless it's milk, then it's everything.
Yes.
Because we love our 2% milk.
I just want milk that tastes like real milk.
Speaking of, a bit of a side tangent, I'm going on my annual boys trip in April. And we've had one of the boys, their wife works for a marketing company.
Yeah.
And they're getting us some bucket hats made up with like, just to the side of it is a glass of milk and the text next to it in Comic Sans font, milk.
Nice.
Just milk. Man, man, oh man, oh man. It's been good to talk VGC. Um, get some thoughts off our chests.
Yes.
There is obviously the meta is going to keep evolving. Reg F is here for another month and a week.
I think it's here till April, isn't it?
I think it's the start of April though, so it's like
Yeah.
yeah, 2 months. Yeah, you're right. 2 months, two and a bit months. So we will see how things go. The meta is obviously going to evolve as it always does. Hopefully, Dondozo
It,
disappears.
See, I find Dondozo is one of those comfort teams for people. They use it at the start of the meta, and then they either continue using it and fall by the wayside because everyone figures out how to not cancel, counter it.
Yeah,
I mean, let's cancel Dondozo players to begin with.
let's do it.
But everyone finds a way to counter it, whether it be using the new mons. Like me, I'm running Clear Smog and Moongus. Screw your Dondozo. I predominantly did it because of Muck, but Dondozo works as well.
Yeah.
I sent you a message as to why I was.
Yeah. I saw it. Yeah.
I was pretty tilted. I'm not gonna lie. Because they use Psych Up on their Latias next to Muck, which had maximum evasiveness, and I didn't bring a Moongus because silly me.
I mean, there's a Latias there. You don't want to bring a Moongus when Latias is there.
Yeah, exactly. But I hadn't used my Terra. My plan, like when I saw the team, my plan was, all right, I'm going to Terra water the Amoongus, do what I need to. Everyone's happy.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't. Because I didn't bring a Amoongus. I was very tilted. Yeah, anyway. Everyone will find a way to counter Don Bozo teams.
Yeah, they will. Anyways, one thing I'm going to be doing every episode this season is that I'm going to open up a pack of cards. And I don't know, those who like to watch card openings can watch it on YouTube. I've got a lot of boosters here. I'm going to pick a random booster. Tell me when to stop and I'll grab that one.
Sahara Desert.
I'm fingering a box right now.
Slippery Gypsies.
Slippery Gypsies.
Stop.
All right. This is a Silver Tempest.
Oh. Shotgun the Lugia if you pull it.
If there's a Lugia in here, you can have it.
Oy.
All right. Pack
I'll
opened.
use it for a giveaway.
There's a code for. Hold on a second. Let me turn this light off. And this one. There's a code for y'all.
LJQ RBYG BN2 QQJ.
QQJ. All right. We're going, what is it, 3 to the front in this set?
3 or 2?
No, it's 4. It's 4.
Oh, 4. Yes.
Yeah, because we have the V-Star.
Nice start.
We have a
nice energy.
Nice energy. We have a fossil. We have what are these like non-Pokemon cards? There we are.
In Die.
We have a
Marini.
A budget Fluttermane.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's a cloud Pokemon.
A little Swablu. We have a
Cream Puff.
Swirlix. Reverse is a Petalil, and the rare is a.
Oh, that's nice.
It's no Lugia, but V-Star Alolan Vulpix. I had to put that in a sleeve ASAP. Let's turn these lights back on. Anyways, that's going to bring us to the end of. Actually, just before we get to the end of it, the reason I have so many booster packs is we have a Friendmas thing that we do every year where a friend of mine, the other podcast that I do, he gives us these gifts every year of just like a box of stuff with layers and layers of stuff with like there's like
cool.
there's like lollies and candy and stuff throughout the layers, including small gifts throughout it. This year he decided to give me everything Pokemon. And all those boosters came in there.
Wow.
As well as on each level, there was a Crown Zenith box. I can't, maybe I'll to be able to like, no, I can't really show you there. There's like a Crown Zenith box of the Pikachu, Crown Zenith box that had the Regieleki, Crown Zenith box with the Drago, Cyclizar EX box, and a Charizard EX box.
Wow.
And some blisters as well.
Wow. He
On
did
each
not hold
level,
back.
he did not hold back. On each level, there was a box, some boosters, and some lollies. And then there was like a
Wow.
little cover for the next layer, which had a box, some boosters, some
Boosters.
lollies. It was absolutely insane. So props to you, Angus. Thank you so much.
Wow. I need
Yeah.
friends like that.
Dude goes all out. Last year, I don't know if you can see it down there. The mic's in the way. Maybe you can see it like right there, that little mouth. That is a Gyarados Lego.
Yeah, that's. Oh, I remember you getting that.
Yeah, I haven't opened it yet. And there was also a Charizard Lego, which is up there, which I did open and I built. So yeah, the dude goes all out, man. It's crazy.
That's sick.
It's crazy, and he does this for like our friend group, each person. So
Yeah,
that was just for me. For someone else, he got like a bunch of other things, and someone else he got a bunch of other things. Yeah, insane.
He's like those guys you see on reels that are like, how much money should I give to the next person? And they're
Double
like,
it.
$50. All right, I'll double it. And then, they go spend $100 on someone. It's like, how much should I spend on the next person? Or what should I buy? And they're like, AirPods. All right. It's a pair of AirPods.
Yeah, legit.
Maybe he should do videos like that.
He is quite generous. He's quite generous. Anyways, we are going to get the heck out of here. That is season 2, episode 1 in the books. We've done it. We did the thing. JCR is back for 2024. We have a lot of exciting guests coming your way in the future episodes. We will stick to the fortnightly schedule. This first episode will probably drop on the 21st, and then subsequent episodes from there. We have some bulk recording that we need to do because life gets busy and we want to have some episodes in the bank.
A little bit busy.
Yeah. Also, one last thing. I'm doing the world's greatest shave in March, where I'll be trimming the whole beard gone and my head as well.
Oh wow.
So for those wanting to donate, the link will be in the description of probably this episode. I don't know if the link's been created just yet. It's
send it to me and I'll run some streams for you too.
Yeah, I'm doing it through work. And there's like a few of us doing it. Yep. So it's Team Major Cuts or something. I don't know. I can't remember what we called it. But it should be good. There's a few of us doing it, and we're going to try and raise as much money as we can for the Cancer Council. But yeah, we're going to get the heck out of here. Don't forget, if you are listening on iTunes and or Spotify or YouTube, if you're on YouTube, subscribe and leave a comment. If you're on Spotify or iTunes, leave us a rating and a review. Follow the podcast because it really helps the algorithm out. And if you're interested in just listening to one of us, whether it be Coco or myself, you can find Coco on Twitter at Coco4Days. That is FOURDAYZ. You can follow him on Twitch at Coco for Days. My dude is aiming for
partner this
year.
So I did reveal a little bit of my analytics in Discord.
Yes.
I'm averaging 37 viewers currently, which is over halfway to partner.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's going to be a big partner push this year.
Very good, very good. And I'm going to be streaming at least twice a week, which is
very
fun.
Nice.
Which is fun. But massive push on YouTube. So all the links to where we are individually can be found below as well. But if you know anyone who likes Pokemon, feel free to show this podcast to them because it's very helpful. And that's enough marketing. So let's get the heck out of here. Thank you all so much for listening to us, and
peace out.
We'll be in your ear holes in a fortnight.
Peace.
Bye.